buffalo roundup, that's freaking amazing.
I was showing the video where I wake up the next morning and there's like 30 of them surrounding the bus.
Don't leave a message, I can't call you back, I'm in the groove.
So in the last episode, after getting my tire fixed in Idaho, I rolled east and north into Wyoming, trying to take a shortcut through Yellowstone National Park. And it wound up being a shortcut, but it was kind of a big mistake. So I made it to West Yellowstone, Montana. No problems. Very touristy town. Forgot how touristy it is. Seems a lot like Gatlinburg, but the tires are doing great. Seems like it's making more noise. I was a little bit worried about carcass failure since I did ride it maybe a mile very low or flat, but everything looks good. Just had to put up with the tire noise. Probably the new heavy-duty tube gets hotter, so maybe the more pressure in the tire is making the noise. I don't know. I can't navigate. I cannot navigate Google Maps through the park or into the park, so maybe I can navigate out of the park. Downloaded some offline maps. Everything I'm looking at says 5 hours to get to Gary. But man, if I go through the park, it looks like it's going to be a whole lot shorter, so we'll see. Big rain cloud forming over there. I don't know if it's actually rain cloud. In Alabama, that's rain. Out here, it could be virga, it could be spitting, it could be a 2-hour downpour, but I'll find out. I'm excited to be here. Very excited to be here. My first trip to Yellowstone was back in 2011, I think, and it was a mess back then. I was hoping for something different this time. Hello?
Lucky Yellowstone.
Good to be here.
Take a map.
Can I get a map or something? Been here before, but it's been a long time. Thank you.
Of course. Have a good time.
I'll try my best. All the park employees I've run into have got a great attitude, so maybe they're just profoundly happy to have a job after all the floods. Maybe they slipped in past that probation period. It was less than 10 miles before we got to the first slowdown, and I just figured it was some animal off to the side of the road that everybody was slowing down to watch, which is typical, but it turned out to be a big bison crossing the road. Looked like he had broken a leg. Maybe he got hit by a car. I don't know. But yeah, this is rare. This is rare to have reasonable people going slow.
Oh God, looks like
Most of the time, it's just people gawking at a herd of animals on the side of the road or some natural feature or something. People are just too lazy to get out. But I discovered after the next big slowdown, where there were signs everywhere that said, "Do not stop. Do not slow down. Pull off if you want to see something." And it was about this time I had enough. I mean, this was a parking lot. I think this section here, they were probably going 3, 4, 5 miles an hour. But I got to the point where I was stopped in traffic and I just got fed up. And, the same old thing that happens to me every time. People stopping, instead of pulling off, exploring the wonders of the natural world. Instead of doing all that, they just decided to stop. And you won't believe what they were stopping for. It just kind of blew my mind, and I was disgusted. And it was about that time when I decided I can't sit here in traffic. My legs going numb, my bike's overheating, and maybe that's the thing that separates me from most other people that are just sitting in their air conditioner, having fun, hanging out with their family, listening to the radio in relative comfort. And that was not me. My bike was overheating, my leg was going numb, because I can only ride a few hours a day, and when it's cramped in place, I just decided to hit it. And when I hit it, everything kind of changed. I discovered this really fast lane on the shoulder and in the middle, and I was taking chances, and there's one of the few motorcycles I saw in the pack, and I thought for sure he would say, Motorcycles, we get a special pass on the shoulder, which I was expecting to get pulled over. I saw 5 Rangers coming my way in between my passing spurts. And I figured, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? Are they going to turn around? But I'd never seen so many Rangers in one place. Obviously, they weren't spending time directing traffic at the top of the hill where this wonderful, wonderful little natural feature was, stopping everybody. But yeah, it'll blow your mind when you see what's at the top of the hill that everybody was stopping for. And as you can see to the left here, there's lots of space to pull out, lots of parking. If you really wanted to see this spectacular natural feature, this little vent hole in the side of the rock here, venting a little bit of, and this stuff is all over the place. It's not like it's the only one out here, and you got to go slow, and you got to make everybody else suffer. But one of my intentions was to get up front and honk at people for stopping. But by the time I got up here, I guess everybody was starting to flow a little bit faster. And this is, quite frankly, the speed that we're doing here, I wouldn't object. If we were doing 10, 15 miles an hour, I would not have objected. But we weren't. We were doing 2 to 5 miles an hour and stopped in between that. And obviously, there was somebody up here that had to take a few pictures. They probably got out of their freaking car and took a selfie before they got back in and headed on to find the next natural feature or buffalo herd on the side of the road so they could block that traffic too. It was horrible. Now, don't get me wrong, the natural features and the beauty of this place were overwhelming. I mean, they always are. But when you smash it all together with a bunch of stupid people blocking traffic, and quite frankly, I would say too many people. I think they should limit the number of people that come into the park, even though this is a huge, huge park. And I wish they could figure out a way to keep the stupid people out and let the rest of us enjoy the natural features, the geology, and the animal life that cover this place. It's just beautiful, and I hate that 10% of the people are ruining it for everybody, and that's kind of typical. You call them the 1%ers, I call them the 10%ers, because it's usually a bunch of stupid people. Sometimes it's foreigners, I guess, that can't read English. But yeah, it's one of those things where, just like the last time, I got in to see just enough to go, oh yeah, this is pretty, but fuck this. And that's exactly what I said this time too. And like so many other national parks that I've visited, I always seem to have a much better time going out of the park where none of the people are, and enjoying the natural beauty without the obstructions, without the traffic and the slow, stupid people. It's amazing that you have to pay so much money to see something, but you have to wait in line. It's like the amusements parks. It's like, yeah, I want to go on a roller coaster, but I don't want to wait 30, 40 minutes in line to go on a freaking roller coaster. It takes all the enjoyment out of it. So what do? Well, if you're like me, you avoid most of the national parks, at least the most popular ones. There's some really good national parks out there, but the really popular ones like Yellowstone, Jellystone, and Yosemite, those parks are ridiculous. Rocky Mountain National Park, as you will see in a coming up episode, same thing. It's just ridiculously overcrowded, too much traffic, and it's just not worth it. It's not worth the hassle and standing in line, waiting on stupid people. There's so much beauty outside these parks. That's what I prefer to do. And I'm probably going to hit a few more before I head back home, just to tickle my fancy, because there's some nice ones out there. There's some nice ones with not a lot of people. They're not as popular or well known or easy to get to or whatever, but I far prefer those over these congested, ridiculously overcrowded parks that lose their value once you get into the crowds.
Buffalo roundup, that's
Yeah.
freaking amazing. So,
That's because I was telling him about the video where you're out. There's a few buffalo over there. You
That's
wake up the next morning and there's like 30 of them surrounding the bus.
well, that was in the so
That was Badlands.
that was in Badlands Park, but I went outside in the BLM riding, and I'd come around. There's these little small buttes that are like 30, 40 feet high. I'm riding through the buttes. This is amazing. And I'm on a badass dual sport, and I come riding around one of the buttes, and there's 150 head of fucking bison.
Damn.
And I split the herd, and then the herd turns and runs with the other pack, and I'm just fucking hauling ass. I'm doing 60 miles an hour, and those fucking buffalo are keeping up. It's just amazing. It's terrible video because my camera I had mounted was twisted, but I caught some of it, and it's just like, hey, I'm in the Wild West doing a buffalo roundup.
You're doing Robert Duvall, Lonesome Dove. You ever chase buffalo, P.I.?
Yeah.
Why you chase buffalo? Because you can.
Yeah.
Well, why would you want to? Never mind. And he just starts chasing them.
Yeah, I tried to recreate that last time I was out there, and tried to find my buffalo herd. Tried to find actually a place where I was riding, which was hard. But yeah, I'm also a little bit afraid that somebody might have a problem with me harassing the buffalo. But I'm riding my motorcycle. I wasn't like chasing them, but it was fun.
Yeah, I mean, if you're riding and they just decide to run up next to you,
Yeah.
they're just going like, "Why is that buffalo? He's got kind of deformed head. Look."
Yeah. So you're headed to?
Heading to Medora, North Dakota. There's Theodore Roosevelt National Park out there.
Okay.
One of the lesser known national parks, but I've seen some pictures that looks pretty cool.
Well, I've never been there.
I've never even heard of it until he talked about it. And then I looked it up and I'm like, "Fuck it, I want to go there."
And then Black Hills, and then where are you headed?
I don't know yet. There's I'm trying to hit a bunch of these national parks because I got the annual pass.
That's what I got too. He's got one.
Yeah, there's one all the way at the top of Minnesota that's like a bunch of I forget the name of it, but a bunch of little lakes and stuff, and you can take these like boat tours out to.
Yeah, but it's hot up there now.
Now it is, but after Sturgis.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Okay.
And then maybe the UP of Michigan.
That's nice up there.
Yeah, and then
But
down
it's-
through the lower P.
If you don't like tourists, man, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's touristy all the way around those lakes. So.
Oh yeah.
Well, cool, man. It's good to run into
Hey,
you.
likewise, brother. Yeah. Happy
maybe,
trails.
Maybe we could do it again.
For sure. Next time I get a chance to sit down with you, we'll do a proper interview and.
That's what I was hoping to do this time, but you were on your way out. So.
Yeah. I I spent too much time in this town.
I hear you,
It's-
man.
It's not agreeing with me this time around, so.
Well, go where you're happy, for
yeah,
sure.
Exactly. Well, hopefully.
All right,
Anyway,
buddy.
try not to get arrested.
Yeah, no shit.
We'll see you
Good seeing
around.
you, brother.
Well, it was great to meet Joe from Dirty Motorcycle Vagabond. I'm a big fan of his channel and what he's doing. And it was, of course, it was great to hang out with Gary again. It took us forever to hook up again this year. He stayed in Texas after we came through and stayed at his place. I guess he's got a lot going on at home and made adventuring a little bit less desirable this year. I hate it for him because he's stuck in Texas in that heat. I don't know how the hell he's doing it, but we got to hang out for a couple of weeks in Montana, and we rode a little bit before he decided he had had enough. So, but anyway, lots more coming up. You'll see our travels. See us hanging out in Red Lodge, and we're going to ride Beartooth Pass and hang out with some Germans south in Wyoming, and lots of stuff coming up, so don't miss out.